Yeah, I'm modeling the source SDK like
Can
a
you
basic.
model me like a truck of a motherfucker?
Well, I'm actually trying to like make it so that I could like make it transform into an MCV and use vertex animation. And what I've read is the DMX format. Some of the special features are not really for the 2013 engine. So therefore, uh, I visited the website. I just sent it to my own Discord.
You're a motherfucker, bro. Basically.
The
So you're basically saying that you're a motherfucker.
the DMX parser for Rust, or written in Rust, I think it's for Rust too, because who else would like develop this than the Rust team? And it's supposedly in Half-Life Alex content or something. And uh, I need to get source model viewer maybe for one of the tools to process this.
You're, you're being a motherfucker, basically. And, you need to
Well,
go back to, like, fucking DUI school.
well, the chickens Phil raised have a bigger brain than he does,
Hey,
from the
George,
amount of.
how much would you say you spent on your DUI case? Everything.
It's just time wise is really the most significant hell.
No, but I mean like cash though, like actual money.
Who cares?
No, I'm just curious. I'm trying to like see how much it would have been if I didn't get the lawyer.
Um, it doesn't really like matter to me because
I guess it's not that much if you think about it. It's probably like $2,000 if you think about it. Like just from like the fees and all that.
okay, so version 1 supports 2007, 2009, Half-Life 2, 2013, single player and multiplayer 2013.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Then we got Global Offensive Legacy version. I don't know what that means. And Source Filmmaker is a
That
different.
means 2017, basically.
Yeah. So we have all these like animation, flex controller, and really what I'm looking to do, I already have a model of it. The model I'm making doesn't make any sense.
You basically want the graphics and shit, right?
I'm trying to do some badass graphics bullshit altogether. I wrote it down and I visited D. Williamson's description of DirectX 8 shaders and how the runtime didn't work. I guess it didn't work back then to like just like predict an unpredictable tens of thousands of somethings. Basically, the three ideas are vertex animation, shaders with material with switching, material by being auto-generated bitmap with VGUI UI screens. Yeah. So if I could just have all those on my model, which is just like a 3D model, like I was reading the specs for GLTF, and I saw that their website.
Yeah, at least you have, like you said, I get the model.
It had a quite nice.
Drunk Phil the plumber.
Yeah, like I could take the heavy weapons guy and convert it into fill. Like use the head tool in Blender. There's a head tool. I actually need to go get that, and just put his head on a bottle of vodka, and like it'll talk to you like whenever you carry it, and you throw it, and it's just an infinite amount of Molotov cocktails. Like that'll be the weapon.
Yeah, it's like when you meet Phil in the game, he's just like driving his stupid plumbing van around.
No, the fucking city van. The
Okay. Oh yeah, he's driving the city F-150
the public's work, man. That's why I'm so unhappy you didn't go to the trash litter thing, because like the county is basically of what the city is over there.
It's like you meet Phil, like you're walking in the game. You meet Phil like driving this 750 snowplow, and then Phil's like, "Get in, motherfucker!" And then you have to like make it quick and like.
Let me call you back. I gotta call my mom real quick. She wants something.
Oh, okay, I don't want to work. Bye.
All right. So I'm just gonna do this the magician way, and I'll try to do this the non-magician way. So I guess that means backup, and we will call this HL2 mod. I don't know. I wanted to put weapons. I feel weapons is kind of offensive here.
The mailbox is full and cannot accept any messages.
Okay, so we will just copy this to just make a backup, because I want to show how to do this multiple ways. There's also a third thing I'm working on. It's in the description about DMX. I was doing that. I was exporting a DMX model. Then I want to write a file reader and writer and get GLTF and some other model loaders. So I found quite a good one on GitHub, and it loads SMD. We'll also maybe use that from the second here. For, I don't know, we can't really use it for anything. It doesn't really do bones, because a lot of the model loaders, they'll do the basic, but there's also HL Model Viewer plus plus. What do I want to load up? But what I wanted to load up was character model, and I was hoping it had PBR on it, and it didn't. That means I have to implement PBR shaders, so we might do that and put it onto the model too. I need this to test the model too, so let's just load one model up that I was kind of targeting for something completely different. We'll put two of these in here. the hexed and non-hexed version. The one with the R is the hexed. I believe it was hexed. There's also another way to modify it, just modifying the binary within the thing, or slow the more corrupted one first. See if this even works. I don't know if it pasted all the... Okay, it does work. The textures, yeah, so do we have bones and stuff? We should. How do we view skeleton? There's a skeleton button on here. That's really what I want to see. How do I make it like render skeleton? Yeah, we can see skeleton bones like this. Yeah. Let's make this look a little more pristine. Really clean some things up. I'm trying to get the textures on this model. And then there's this example model material. That's for the custom shader thing. We got these really default. And then I found my video about how I made the AK in 3D Max. So if anything, we could jump into the 3D Max and see how my old skills I forgot about still supersede. And I really want to jump into Maya and try out Maya. That way we could have like the trio. So there's like 6 different ways or 9 different ways of now doing this. The other way is to write our own renderer. So yeah, that's if I have the textures on. I did a little bit of work on this model, and some of this work was already done. I believe I installed the LODs on it, the LODs. I made these LODs. If that's why the feet aren't right. So let's load up a weapon. I don't even know if we have any weapons in this mod. We will have to go get another fresh copy of source SDK, so I don't maybe that's why it doesn't work. That one didn't have the LOD. Okay. Okay. It's like, why would you need the source SDK to model things? Because the ultimate model viewer is the actual game itself. And I kind of want to not start mixing and matching. It'll create nightmares for me later. I have enough of these. And I need to compile some just for the fun of it. I mean, for the challenge of coding. Alright. need to just import our model. So let's decompile a standard Half-Life 2. So I've prepared, here I've decompiled that hazmat guy. I want to keep it that way. And this one, I'm compiling to the TF2, and this one I'm compiling to the Crimeworks test one that I already have set up in my source SDK. So we want to compile with this one. But it doesn't matter which one you use to decompile. I'll just have 2 of these open for now. I like to have about 2, 3 open. Usually under 2. I mean under 3 because it just gets cluttered. The main thing is not to clutter yourself. Alright, so what we have to do is once you've installed GCFscape and opened Half-Life 2 VPK, what's this thing? You can go, once you've opened it, the one I extracted I believe is a this'er. I extracted the source SDK one. And then I grabbed the models and I had to use extract feature. I had to go tools, what is it called? No. Into the root and hit second mouse button, left mouse click extract, and then extracted it that way because it's too big. That folder is huge or something. Or some of them were. Some shaders. Okay, we know that these shaders are going to be supported for sure in the background. So let's just, I think I have those extracted too. And I have them extracted. I made a content folder. And the reason you want them extracted is for modding reasons, but in general, but modeling. So if I go to this folder where I have them extracted, I extracted them to H, source 1 content, HL2. There's also the TF2 that I'm trying to mod, and it has a different rig, so I'm kind of keeping those separate for, here's the TF2 one. And I didn't extract everything, but I did extract certain stuff, like the stuff I wanted to decompile for now. I mean, I want to extract all of it, but then it's like, maybe to a different folder. Okay, HL2 models, and let's say we're going to replace a weapon. We can start with a common weapon. Most of them are common weapons. Some of them are not. Like Alec's gun is not a common weapon really. It's more of a specialer. You have to recode it and things. So this is like, we're doing like a grenade launcher. A lot of people like doing grenade launcher. I do too. That's how I started. First I did like I don't know. I called it an M16, but it was actually like an M4 or something. No clue what guns are, but okay, rocket launcher, right? Rocket launcher is not really a grenade launcher though. So let's try it. Let's go with SMG. We'll use our SMG as base. Simply because SMG does have a grenade launcher attached to it. That'll be our decompile folder. Append the name to it, and this is how I like to do it. You can actually create folders. It used to not be able to. There's a few other of these tools. And we'll make another folder. I like to use decompile. I'll put it in HL2 weapons. I have shotgun here, I guess. And then we'll just copy paste that like this. It's the same name. Try to keep it organized. That's the hardest part because you end up with a lot of this crap. So this is the W model. We actually want the B model. So that's why I kind of did it like this, so I could quickly reiterate and command it to do things fast. Okay, there's only one reference. There is all these animations. Okay, So what we need is the reference. Let's go take a look. I mean, really, we should take a look at the keyc file first. We'll make like 2 separate projects. This will be our compiling project, the first one, and then our reference project will be the second window. And we'll try the cheap and dirty trick first, and just see how it looks in Half-Life Model Viewer. I'll try to do this under a minute. Okay. We have the skeleton. So, see, look at the skeleton. It's like 29 bones. This one's only like 4. Jeez. What are we going to need? We're going to need all these defines. So let's just make this. Oh, that's a long name. Call this grenade launcher direct.keyc. We'll put it into weapons mod /v. I'll name it the grenade launcher direct. We'll tell it to studio this. Kind of getting ahead of myself here because I want to put the number 2 behind it because I'm going to modify it. We'll keep all this for now because, like, yeah, we need it. Hand. One thing we can do is maybe modify that. Modify the CD materials to the grenade launcher because the hands will stay the same color. I don't think this one even has hands in it. We could put them in though. There is a way. We might have to because of the fact that nothing will bone to them. And then we go to the SMG reference. Just take all this right in here. Take all this, and this is the quick and dirty way to do it. Under a minute, I'm trying to do this. Okay, that's done. That's done. One more little thing though. Let's try to compile it just to view the error. But it's going to not have the animations, so we are going to get an error. We're going to compile it to the, we can see it right here, to Crime Wars Test 1 models. That's where destination will be. We'll take our grenade launcher direct PC, compile the quick model code. I mean a QC file. I don't want to get into what QC stands for. Okay, could not load file v grenade launcher reference 2. Uh-oh. Did I screw this up? I didn't back it up. I didn't. Okay, let's just rename that. We'll have it named 2 anyway after a little while. We'll see. Compile. Okay. Error. Source contents could not load animations. Okay. We'll recycle the animations since, like, we want to make our own animations, but we want to see if these will sync too. Meaning, like, we could test out using these animations first. Okay. We need to go to the other folder. We're modding in this folder. Okay. We'll slam the animations in here. We'll just, it's almost like injecting them, it feels like. So that way we don't have to rename stuff, blah, blah, blah. No. Okay, we compiled the animations, we got the model. Did we get the model working? The materials won't work off the bat because what is the material for this? The material is called grenade launcher. Now, you notice that I haven't done any modeling in this at all. It's loaded up though. Let's use Steam load. You could also do a load of like the character and Steam load like separate. I think it'll actually work. Go to weapons. I believe it's on the right one. Alright. It looks a little shady. What is this, 3D generated? Like how come the maps looks, the pathology looks like somebody fucking barfed it out. Okay, view model mode. Oh good, it's in the right position. Or is it backwards? No, it looks right. This is how it's supposed to look like in view model mode. Okay, sequence, draw, hold fire, draw. Why does draw not work? Okay. Fire. Fireworks. Idle to low. I hate how this animates because it's causing like a disruptance in post event in Windows reload. Things are wrong with reload. There's no bone for fucking the shit. I mean the clip. All right, that's it. We're done. Okay. Yeah, this is how you get it like somewhat in there. Like you could already use it in the game. It'll kind of seem like it works. It'll work inside the game. So maybe we should do that. And the fastest way we could do that is we need actually like Steam open. Oh, it is open. So it should be a mod I made called K, and I have no idea if I screwed up the fucking binary. I think I did. No, I was able to test maps on it. Which one is it? Well, it might be this one. So what we do is we go into our mod folder. How do we want to do it though? We'll do it in a separate notepad. Wherever your mod folder is. Source mods. Go into weapons. Scripts. Choose a weapon. Like we'll choose SMG for this to just kind of reskin it for now. Simply because we know that the animations match. Now, it will behave just as an SMG. It'll just look like something else. Now we take our path where we generate the model to. Just copy paste it because it's fast. It's faster to just go. Put this, and then we need the models prefix because here it looks in the, and so weapon SMG now should become only for the view model, not the weapon model, not the world model. I mean, weapon model. I call it the weapon model because it's like the actual third-person weapon. Is this the right mod though? Let's go look inside of maps. kind of tell. I think it is. But I think it already parsed weapons.txt or scripts. Do we have the SMG? No. Impulse 101 or 201 or one of those. No. There's a command to do it. I forget what it is. Spawning inside a block. It's a stupid error. Really stupid. It's easier to do it like this. I mean, faster. It could be a different one though. We could just put it into this one if anything. Uh-oh. We can set up the texture slowly here. So let's say, what are, okay, the texture should look something like this. The VMT should just have vertex lit generic. And we have to put this into materials, models, weapons capo, which it's not, but whatever. The grenade launcher direct. And then the name of the material is grenade launcher.vmt. And then it does point to this metal body, but we could go into GIMP and make it a texture. Let's see. Could it take it? Yeah. Gave it a metallic something. Whatever that metal was from the AK. Just borrowing AK texture. Okay. Let's hope it doesn't crash it. It usually does. It did for the released version on Steam, the playtest. It's like stupid. Should use a better map though, but okay. Okay, there are tables, snack room facility. I'm glad I'm still here. Something. Uh-oh. They're not in the right version or something? Ow. Okay, at least we can do that. Maybe we need to put it into C drive. But it's still kind of stupid because I could launch it from Visual Studio, but because I broke the build, and I think I broke another build. Yeah, I can't launch it through that build. Yeah, I have like these dead-end builds, infinite amount of time to fix nothing. It's faster to restart. And it's like, how do you make Steam detect mods off of different folders? I mean, different drives. I don't think they have that feature. It's one of those stupid things where it's like, is it this one? I don't think it's this one. Looks like the same maps. So I made the mod SDK 2013 SC. doing this over again, just reskinning the MDL and the Viewmodel. The other issue is we don't have it in that build. So what we'll do, we'll show you again in Crowbar and how I do this, because I had it open already. So I select source SDK 2013 multiplayer because I need this MDL studio. It's particularly important because of that whole DMX thing that I went over. And what I went over with is that, I didn't read through everything, but basically it says that CSGO has more features. I think it has more vertex animation features and some other, that's what I was studying. Okay, so we put that, we want to point our game info to the right game, so that way, so basically there's different versions of MDL, and we don't want to compile different studio MDL. Like, you take really old Half-Life 2 models that were made for Gmod, you start putting them into different Gmod and different source SDK 2013 mods. Bad idea. It's like stuff will break and you don't know why, and it's because the model is crashing the engine, and it'll just be like you can't replicate how it happened. So they're really, you should just trash. You shouldn't trash them. You have to recycle them through this. You have to recompile them. I'm trying to say. I'm trying to be mean about it, but there's so much I can say before people don't care. And yeah, so you have to recompile your models for your mod. Even if you're going to use like Half-Life 2 stuff, you should at least have the courage to maybe add like a scope or something to it. And we will recompile this. Why? Just to see that it works. Not really. I could have just copy pasted, I know. I could have just copy pasted the MDL over from one mod folder to the other. And copy paste did not work. Oh. Yeah, and you have to be careful with this edit box because sometimes it'll just throw stuff in there like its own path. Okay, games. Okay, it's not set to the right folder. You have to go. I'm just used to naming it crime words. You could name it whatever your mod name is. I set that up like I put the name here. It won't save this. As soon as you close this, it'll just like get rid of all your predefined. I think you have to go in and actually edit the XML file, which I should do. It would really help. Let's go see the XML file Crowbar. I just installed it like a standalone. I don't think I used the. The hell is this? What's the H folder? Is this what it's trying to save? I guess there might not be a way to do it, what I'm trying to talk about. I have to like recompile Crowbar, I think, if I can. Meaning if I have enough time for it. Alright, so we got some stupid error. Oh. I said it wrong. Should have been this. I believe it's in bin of source SDK multiplayer. And then hit compile. Alright, so we're not going to have the texture. That's fine. I'm not too worried about that. The texture looks wrong anyway. We'll just like put another texture on there just to... And then we'll go and actually like start animating this thing. Oh, we have to be in first person in order to see it. What is that thing? Why is there a little blob in front of that? That was weird. I haven't seen that happen yet. That looks a little stupid. Okay, the animations don't really work. The view model is way too close. And in Half-Life Model Viewer, it's kind of hard to tell. This is what it shows, this is what it is. Okay. If you like stop this, you can get an error. Okay, but we really want like really show it off. Well, it's close, but it's like shotgun or something. It's like the draw animation holster. Okay. Delete the cube. Just like makes it harder. Okay. It is possible to do it that it's like those animations. Fuck. I'll try to do it the right way. It didn't work. Alright, this is how that should have went. It's because I don't know what that animation had in it. That's what I was trying to like look at. I was like, what was in there that it didn't work? That Blender couldn't parse it. Draw. Let's see what's in here. Oh, good. It's like completely the wrong bones. Yeah, it got pissed. It's like, what the fuck are you trying to do here? It's only 10 frames. That's hilarious. Okay, it's like bad. You need more frames than that. I need like 60 at least. Like, shit doesn't look right with low frames. It's better to have more frames and then just speed it up. Oh, I don't know what I did with my camera, but I know I fucked it up. Now I can't rotate it right. Yo. Yeah.
You got any word?
I don't want to walk.
I don't want to word.
Do you walk the yard?
I don't want to take a shit. Oh wait, yeah I do.
Cool.
I gotta take a shit,
That's good.
but I'm still the best. In the wood. Did you hear about the riots in LA?
Dude, that's awesome. The riots are in LA is like just a random dream come true. Cause I would always like go to freaking YouTube and just look up riots and protests, and I was like, wait a minute, they're in LA and a little bit in San Francisco, and they should be having a little bit more in New York and probably San Diego. It's gonna be awesome.
Why, what's going on? What is it about?
Well, like I was in downtown San Diego, I was like hoping that there was gonna be a little bit of protesting in here too.
You were in downtown when today?
Yeah.
Why?
Oh, just like testing.
Oh, your test?
Yeah.
Hey, are you allowed to drive to your test or no?
I don't. I take the trolley. It's like, who
It's not
cares?
so bad. What is it, like $5 there and back?
It's just fun. Like it just like I get a moment to like
I kind of realized that the last time I took public transportation to the DUI program, it was kind of fun. Like, there was like some crazy random guys talking shit all weird. I thought there was going to be a fight, but there wasn't.
yeah, like this like black guy drove in on his little like what do they call those things? The fucking
Scooter.
it's not a scooter, but it's like one of those like chair fucking mobiles.
Yeah, and he was probably like,
And
hey,
he
good morning, motherfuckers. What the fuck
kinda
going on?
he just starts listening to rap all loud and stuff. Like that's like the number one thing that they tell you not to do in the trolley. Don't listen to your music super loud.
Yeah,
It's
like,
just
like eating
hilarious.
and shit. Like, I don't give a
It-
fuck, like, eating and shit.
yeah, like I'll eat on the trolley, but like I'll just keep it down. But like when you like do it on purpose, it's just funny. Some people are like smoking weed on there, fucking rolling a joint. It's just hilarious. Like hell yeah, secondhand smoke. It's not my fault. Cool. Uh, it's like it could be just a video game just about the trolley. Like people like fighting trolley cops. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I know the chaos. I bet you fucking the riots in LA, fuck, that shit must have been crazy.
It's been riding for like 3 4 days now, so it's not like it was like a 1 day little thing. It seems to be an ongoing fucking.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's like the power of the people, you know?
Well, like I don't know, like if you want to know the politics behind it, it's kind of really fucking kind of just like all of a sudden we're just like changing the laws and doing this. It's like wait a minute, wasn't the immigration law like that people like once they've been here they could just stay here and it's just like all of a sudden they just decide to like arrest people like out of nowhere. That kind of it kind of doesn't follow the whole like I don't know like it's just like an immediate fucking stupid thing.
What is it, like 10 years or something? The law was?
2 year, but they never did this before. That's that's the problem with it. It's kind of like a violent way to like, enforce the law. And and they're not saying that on the news like that. They're saying like, "Oh, he's doing what we need to do," and it's like, "Wait a minute." So like, lawfare through violence is a good thing now. Like all of a sudden, and
Yeah, he's being too, like, abrupt, you know?
it's not that it is abrupt, but it's more than that. It's violent abrupt, and it's like they're not defining that as violence. They're defining that as like enforcing the law. But it's like they're defining enforcing the law has to be violent. And
Yeah.
there's been cases like like where these dudes like fucking hide out in their cabins and shit, and the cops just didn't like the authorities didn't go after them because they know it's too much trouble, and they try to forget those cases because they want to have a monopoly on violence, and there's like this thing that like no, if they're gonna use like these fucking crazy ass laws to create violence that they didn't do before, that they said they were not gonna. There was already precedent that said not to do this, and all of a sudden they want to do it again.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense if you start Socratesing the philosophy out. You start decompiling the philosophy, but you can't say that they're wrong because like somehow they're making the laws like this. It fucking doesn't make any sense either way. But
Yeah, I kind of feel like it's like there's, there's always a two-way street with it. Like, yeah, I know that
America's an immigrant country, so it's like some people like everybody has their interpretation, and there's a big problem with that. Is that
exactly.
they want to define what people are allowed to interpret nowadays, and it's like no.
Yeah, I feel like there's so much like goes into like the whole like subject of like immigration, or like how do you say it, illegals in here and stuff. So it's like.
Well, before people were called aliens, now you can't call people that are immigrants aliens.
It's like on one side, a lot of the like illegals here, they're doing good for the economy.
And then there's a lot of racism, like they call people like.
A lot of people that are doing bad, of course, too. So it's like it's so hard to like I don't know how to say it, like not navigate through it, but just like it's like there's so much good and bad with it. You know what I mean? So that's just my opinion, and like you said, everyone's gonna have their own opinions. So it's a tough one,
Well, like just reading from all the court documents, I got all that time to read all the court documents, and basically one of the stupidest things I found was that if the court finds it that it's going to be so outraged by the public, then they won't do it. But if they can do it, they'll do it. So they're scandalous like that, and it's kind of like I don't agree with that type of mentality. I agree, like well, they have to also abide by like the Constitution and all this shit. But then what they start doing is just like it starts to be more out there and more out there every time.
I just feel like there's so much like I don't know, gray area in all this. If you want to say it, a gray area about all this stuff that's been going on. And so.
Well, the comment I made yesterday was like, look at the wars going on and like how they started them. People know, like people aren't dumb. Everybody's got a cell phone. They're staring into that thing like 10 hours a day, fucking just compiling every bit of information to the micro level, and they expect people to be dumb. And it's like, no, it's just not going to happen. Like you can't put a gun to everybody's head, you know.
With the media now,
They're kind of shooting themselves in the foot there, like really hard.
Yeah.
And they should be blamed because they're being really stupid. It's like, oh, Trump's a great president. Oh, okay. He was like great for like a moment, and then like now he's just like kind of just done with the show, basically.
I feel like he's doing too much too soon. You know what I mean? I think we said that a couple weeks ago we were talking about it. He's doing too much.
No, he just needs to like drink a bunch of beer, get in a fight with somebody, and just not do any of this like weird.
And yeah, he probably needs to go fight somebody physically.
Yeah, like then you'll realize how real logic works. Like he'll learn a lot of math just from a physical fight.
He's knocked the fuck out.
Yeah, like physical fighting has its uses. Like I don't like uncondone like I don't condemn violence because like sometimes violence like gets the math into the people. It's like the good old days were good because of that. They were like, oh, you, you want to fucking go crazy? But when they start making things up, that's where that comes right back. It's like, I don't know. I feel like God did that on purpose just to fuck with us, just like to troll the trolls. Like, oh, you want to like synthetically make lawfare and lie? Oh, okay. There's going to be a really big price to pay for that, and you're going to find out the hard way.
Yeah,
It's kind
exactly.
of weird.
He's doing too much, and dude, it's crazy. Like, what was it before he even got elected president? He almost got assassinated.
Twice, yeah. But
Was it twice?
I think that was something else, like another kind of fucking who
I
cares.
wonder if that was like staged.
I wonder that too. I don't think it was staged, but
Oh,
it
I
could have
was like
been.
the one where he got hit in his ear. I don't think that one was staged because you couldn't stage that.
You could. It's kind of questionable for that reason. It's like if the fucking dude just aimed for
Yeah,
his.
I guess you could have, but fuck, that would have been, man, that's tough.
Like, how do you know that the guy that they shot died? Really? How do you know that wasn't like a dummy?
Yeah, it's crazy. It's like you never know any of this shit that's going on. It's fucking crazy, dude. Die! I think everything to fucking die. We have to reset. I think we have to like launch all the nuclear missiles of every nation at once, so we can all die, and then the rain will come and just like make us mud, and then the sun will come out, and we'll just be like plants, and then we'll grow from there. Kind of like the dinosaurs.
Cool.
We'll all become skeletons.
I know it does seem people are just way out there to the point where it's like, are you guys just want that to happen now? And they kind of do because like they're just like, we want to win or die. And it's like, no, you can't have it like.
Die in hell and fucking burn alive. Like now there's like this new gas law. Did you hear about that shit here in
No.
California?
What is it?
They're gonna raise the gas price like 40 cents coming July 1st. New gas tax. So it's like, so now we're just supposed to like wither away and die. All the service-based businesses like mine. And we
Cool.
can't charge a customer $1,000 every time, so we'll just go out of business and fucking die and burn alive and burn in hell.
Cool.
Burn. And now customers are gonna be like, how come our plumbing bill? Sorry, plumbing. How come it costs a plumber now like Phil? He's all pissed drunk and mad as hell to do my toilet for $500 when it used to be $200. And then you got a crazy guy like Phil, like, fuck, what's up? I'm here to your toilet, motherfucker. Fucking smoking a cigarette and I'm fucking drinking a half pint of vodka because, like, my paycheck got cut too, motherfucker. And now my bill's off. And the customer's like, how come it's $500 now to replace my toilet? And then Phil's like, shut the fuck up, motherfucker. I'm gonna slap you upside your head, motherfucker. How come my boss told me to fucking motherfucker can't fucking afford to get a fucking straw, motherfucker? I'll take your appliances for free, motherfucker.
Basically, well, if
It's crazy, dude. It's like this circle is becoming more of a fucking oval for the rich and famous.
well, they want control over every little small business. This is
They want us to die.
it's just indoctrination because
California sucks.
everything is taxed. There's a rule and regulation for everything. Yeah, that's the word. Regulation. But we don't need all this regulation, but they want all this regulation because what if there's a crime? Like everything is now like that you do without the government is a crime. And that in itself is a crime, but we can't say that.
Exactly. So that's very demoralizing for the common folk. And then so we're going to get all depressed. We're going to get all pissed off.
Yeah,
We're going to
start
start drinking more. We're gonna start
drinking,
beating
get DUI, and pay the government, and be on and be on probation, and fucking
more fights, more depression,
yeah, more divorce. Cool.
more pissed off.
More child support. like more diagnostic of mental illness that doesn't exist, more antidepressant pills, more, I don't know, there's like more of everything. That's what they want. It's like for the banks, this is like heaven. They're like, oh yeah, cool. These people are gonna like pay us for everything in their life. They won't be able to breathe air. Even air, like we don't need to sell. We could get more money out of them just like letting him watch on the Google phone.
Exactly. We basically want to die now more. It sucks, man. God, dude, it's like depressing, dude.
Yeah. 'Cause I remember like living in Russia, you had a completely different feeling about this. There was like there was none of the there was no feeling of like somebody like kind of like over your head, you know. And here you have this really big feeling of somebody being over your head. It's kind of annoying.
Oh, in Russia, you mean?
Yeah, it's like
Wait, but I thought that you guys kind of did, like, back in the day,
yeah,
like, Soviet Union style.
yeah. It's the Soviet Union kind of did. You couldn't talk shit about the government. You were just like arrested and sent to.
Yeah, this happened to my grandpa. Remember I told you?
Yeah. Yeah, that's what would happen to you. If you talk shit about the government, they would just, you know,
So my grandpa, he
send
was
you
in
to
the,
gulag.
he survived. My grandpa, he was in the
It was political
Soviet army.
correctness. South Poverty Law Center. Label everybody a terrorist group.
Right?
Like
After he got out of the army in World War II, my grandpa, he was in charge of the fucking army.
yeah, because they had the KGB just like running around doing psyops in Europe.
No, I'm
Because
saying after World War II, my grandpa, he was in the anti-government little militia.
yeah, because there was a bunch of anarchist groups.
Yeah, then they closed
They're all a bunch of
everything.
branches of anarchist groups all over. This dates back to like fucking like mid-century Europe.
Yeah, I'm telling you, like, real life shit. The Russians, they call my grandpa. They're like, come here, motherfucker.
Because if you read the book War and Peace, War and Peace is basically about that. The dude that wrote it was in prison for 25 years for talking shit about the Russian Empire or some shit. And it's just like it starts out like they're in France or St. Petersburg. It doesn't even matter where, but they're having this drunk ball party. And then later it talks about like the gruesome war with France, and it's just like, oh god, this is just like Europe at war. Like it felt like World War II reading that book, but the World War II hasn't happened yet. And the Germans were burying their like golden shit because like the Russians and the French were fighting right over Germany. Germans were hiding their golden shit because they knew all the soldiers would come and raid.
Isn't it crazy, like, how we are as humans? We're so fucked up, kind of.
Yeah, like so if you read War and Peace, it's really hard book to read because it's written in well, there's an English translation. It's probably easier to read, but it's just hard to read because it's like long, and it's like. But if you read the original, it's hard to read because you have to read it like an old Russian. It's like reading old English and shit from Shakespeare. Almost the same type of fucking.
Crazy as fuck.
And then it'll have like French in there and a little bit of German, a little bit of English,
George,
mostly Russian and French.
George, can you read Russian and write Russian?
A little, like a kindergartner.
I looked at it, I think one of your mom's books and shit, and I'm like, how the fuck can you write this shit? It's like you have to be an artist to write that language, in my opinion. It's
No,
almost like
you have to be an artist to write like Chinese, and even Chinese don't know all their characters.
no, but for real, yeah, you're right, dude. Like Japanese, Chinese, Russian, and what's the other one? Like Hindi or whatever. It's fucking hard as hell.
Like I talked to this Bulgarian dude, and we were trying to teach the Romanian guys because the Romanians are Roma or something. They don't even have an official like fucking like Latin letters or Russian letters. Like they can write in all three. And there's some other ones too, like all those German Uber letters, and their language is just like a self-morphing, mutating language. I mean, like even English has morphed and mutated in all these other languages, but theirs is like has some other gnarly category where it's like these guys talk like in 5 different languages. It's freaking crazy. So like talk to you in Spanish and like you think they're Mexican, but they're not. You're like, what the fuck? I'm like, I know you're not Mexican. I know you're fucking. Uh, it's just like funny.
But Spanish is pretty easy to write, you know, because it's
Yeah, but it still has some syllables English doesn't have. Like LL is like V, so it has like one more letter really, and they don't kind of tell you that at first. Like that's what always screwed me up in Spanish.
But I feel like when you look at like how they write Russian and Arabic and shit, it's fucking crazy. It's like art.
Yeah, Arabic also. Like Hebrew, a little bit easier than Arabic, I think.
Like just to write it though, it's like fuck, dude. It seems like a really hard language to write. But yeah, it's crazy how like humans were just like so corrupt ass motherfuckers, man. It sucks. It's because of our brain power, you know. We have so much brain power that we just have to like fuck up everything, you know.
Yeah, people watch too much Hollywood movies, and some of it came true. Like all this like spy shit from the Cold War. They figured out, like I don't know. I remember this like even story. Somebody told me in Russian. It was like.
The Cold War and the Cold War just like was like fucking like, dude. Once we knew what a nuclear weapon could do, like we were just like, let's kill the world. And we still can, like 20 times over or some crazy shit like that. And a lot of the nuclear weapons have been disabled, you know? Dude, I've been watching so much shit about the Cold War. It's fucking crazy, man. Like,
Yeah, I can't even watch Cold War shit anymore because it's just like boring.
Create rockets, airplanes, and nuclear weapons. We were like, fuck.
But it's funny now. Nowadays, people are so used to their cell phones. Like half that shit, people don't even know how to operate. So that's like a good thing.
Well, I actually listening to us right now. It's like James Bond. That's what actually was so cool about watching James Bond flips back when we were kids. Yeah. That shit was crazy. Crazy. Yeah, it's just like we're so fucking human race is so destructive, you know? Because all we want is power. Like, not us, I'm talking about the masses, you know? It's like we cannot stop having fucking power over everybody. It's sad, you know? It's sad. It's like... I don't know, it's like basically we're like fucking lions on fucking steroids. It's just all about territorial controlling of everybody. They just want us to be robots and then we just like die.
Yeah, it's like the opposite of what life's supposed to be about.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, you know, that's why World War One and World War Two happened.
No, they happen because of like.
Fucking stupid governments wanting all this power, and then all these like men and women had to just die for fucking nothing. And it's still going on to this day. Like innocent people are just dying over fucking nothing.
Well, the governments are like getting what they want. They're getting people to like obey them because they have to fight. It's about like divide and conquer shit. That's basically what it's about. Because if we didn't have any government, who would protect us? And how would we pay taxes and like figure out who gets to live where and pay for the houses or something? It's all like, I don't know. Goes back to all these like theories that like everybody's gonna become a savage and like start burning and
It's
looting.
fucking crazy, dude. It's like we can't do anything. We're just like little fucking working in deaf people. There's nothing we can do anymore. They just want us to die, basically. It's fucking sad, dude. It's depressing. It's like it's hard to like have fun in life right now. But imagine like the people back in the day, like the World War II, and they shit how they were controlling everybody. So it's like, fuck, man. Sucks, dude. Damn it. It's like, what are we gonna do, you know? Everything's fucking out of control now. Fuck.
Just shut down the internet just to see what would happen. No more cell
I
phone.
know.
Just ban the cell phone.
I know, that'd be kind of cool.
I don't know.
Everyone would have to, like, go... No, ban the car, ban the cell phone, just ban transportation for, like, a week and see what would happen.
Yeah, you could just only go to the liquor store, get vodka, and you would have to like walk everywhere. That'd be cool.
Yeah, exactly.
None of those
That would be cool.
like less people would have cancer. There would actually be like an economy.
They would, like, not get cancer anymore.
I know. We won't need
They
like
would actually, like, work and get exercise and sunlight. And start having to grow their own food, like healthy shit. We'd have to go hunt like a buffalo and shit, like back in the day. Have you seen the documentary? It's called The Americans.
no.
It's pretty cool. It just kind of shows. It's like it's all CGI and shit, but it's just kind of cool. It kind of shows like fucking all the shit before like the settlers came like here to the Americans and shit. Like how there was like millions and millions of like herds of buffalo and shit, and then there's like so much is like life here, you know? Like everything, just like anything, like fucking life. It's a pretty cool one because it just kind of opens your mind to see like how much life was here, you know? Like before the Europeans and shit came. I don't know. It was kind of cool. It's a cool one.
Cool.
It's a cool one to watch. Whatever. Yeah, it sucks. It's like, really, what are we doing right now? Why are we even alive at this point? Fuck. the fuck is the point of being alive right now, man? There is no point, bro. It's over, man. It's over. Everything is dead. We're all death. Oh, fuck. It's all death, man. Whatever. I think I'm gonna pass out. I'm kind of over today. So.
Okay.
Okay, so hit you up later.
Okay.
Later, bro.
Wait. What's the shader draw count? Oh, 999. Vertices, indices. Oh god, this model's terrible. It needs to be just like remodeled. I gotta go back to what I was doing. Yeah, like this one has a shader draw count of 1,000. It runs so much smoother. It's like, I don't care if you can add all these like fancy features that suck. The triangle count is low and it looks good. It's so much better than if triangle count is high. So all you're doing is just like putting black smoke into your computer, creating magic smoke. DX7. It like shader compiles it or something. Alright. That's probably why you can't have dynamic shaders, because it's like pre-compiled, baked into the model. Alright, Studio. What I was looking for is attachments. We just need 2. Eject. Is that really where the SMG ejects clips? It's just like on top? Well, that's what we did. Base handle. We don't really need the handles, we just need the muzzle and eject. Bone 2 will be muzzle. Bone 3 will be eject. This is like the standard shit. Like you could customize this. This is like makes it boring doing this. Weapon 1 will be like weapon bone. So I wonder how it did the bones. Because I could also just take everything and put it on weapon bone. We need the other bones for a different reason, for the particle effects and the particle effects. There's 2 particle effects. Inject brass. That one we might not really need, but I just put it in there just because it's usually put in there. Just like if we test the weapon as a reskin, it'll still work. It doesn't add too much to it. See, did we get the reference? We got the collection. Yeah, this is what we exported. We got no bones on it. Oh, so it like did this fucking thing. It screwed us. Where's our other bones? Because the bones weren't parented to each other? Is that what it... Yeah, that's what it's complaining about. So it didn't like export them. Because I know if I would have parent them, I would have problems, so I didn't do that. So what if I did that? Like, how do I make an hierarchy of these bones? How do I parent amateur 1 to amateur 2? Like, what if I parent with just like bone relative? I see a little line. But I don't know which one was the first one, which one was the second. Alright. I wonder what that fucking will do. So we're gonna name this what the fuck 1. Literally what this is. And then I'm gonna just try this real quick and then rename that. Rename that. That way I think that won't override our shit. Let's check if it did. Oh, good, it wrote new files. What the hell did it put in here? Garbage? Garbage. It didn't do what we needed it to do. Because an armature is not a bone. It's a fucking... Oh, I just don't know how to do this in Blender, right? Alright, so there's a trick I can use. I can just delete the other one, get the coordinates, and just mask it that way. It's not the correct way of doing things, not the visually efficient way. Error, loop and parents. Okay, clear parent. Did that do that merge them? Uh, Select child bone, then go to its future parent bone. Then hit Control P. I think this is what I did though. Parent to object, amateur deform, bone relative. No. Control P. That didn't seem to work. And the muzzle seems to be the parent. Blender export tools is full of garbage. Like, why would I need to do it this way? Alright, let's try the other method. Might not need to do this, but whatever. Clear its parents. So what would I do? Extrude just to right off of it? Oh, really? It did do it. Okay. So we'll do. We'll just create these, kind of these default values. And then we'll just use the positions of the other ones. How do we do that though? Can't copy them out of Blender, can we? Oh, we could. Do this. don't see any other way to do that. It's like stupid. I should learn how to do it the other way. I might have known how to. The other way is to do it off the other models, or just change them in the thing. Whatever. There's no position. Again, there's no position really for this. It's just like, oh, you're at 0. And these ones are all jacked up. Who cares? This is at the origin. Who cares? This one's right. But it's like, who cares again? Whatever. We'll just put them in and then we'll switch them out later. There is no other like alternative. Like go back and forth between the. Okay. Just trying to get their coordinates like perfect. They're gonna change anyway. They just can't be in the same place. Alright. Let's say we had it like this, right? What would it look like? Like I have to import to export to import to compile. Looks like okay. Some reason the weapon's now at the origin. Okay, because it's boned. Transformation matrices between the bones shouldn't matter. We could make it so it goes off of 0 bone anyway, but how would we align that? Just bucket, just, alright, that's good enough. Why? Why does it make this stupid line? Well, its orientation is gonna like be really weird, but whatever. Alright, let's take a look at how this looks like now. Okay, that looks better. Bone root starts at 0, bone non-root starts at 90 degrees. It's pi, 1.34, inaccurate number of pi. Bone 2, somewhere opposite of bone 1, and bone 3, somewhere the opposite of bone 2, but whatever. It should be right. Maybe it's wrong. We'll find out. So let's just make the key scene, compile it. Who cares? We'll put how direct. What is it? 2. Make the animation folder. Stick an idle in there, so at least I have a little idle animation. Idle 01.smd. We'll just take the reference and just strip it. Easy enough. Compile it. This is the minimum we should need. Valve biped muzzle. It's not an attachment. Okay. What we called ours was bone one muzzle. Then we'll have eject for eject. File. Alright, let's load it up. We should compile unless there's a really big error with like idle. I hate having too many of these open. Because then like starts compiling slower. Where the fuck did this compile it to? Is this it? What the fuck? No. Should have been 2. This is 1. The fuck? It's smoked out. Oh, wrong path. Fuck. Let's like fix that right away. Can't be like that. It has to be like that. That happens a lot. And just ignore that that's there. We have to throw it away later. If that's the view model? Damn it, that's bad. It's like in the way. Should be like that. Uh-oh. We have to like go and re-export it. Let's do that again. We have to move away and move it to the here. Yeah. Yeah, they already made it. Cool. It's like a good weapon. I've never seen anything like this. Well, I've seen a lot like this. Cool. Okay. Not too bad. Just try to do one more little fix. Okay. We need it to be here. Save as to export. Export. This ready. Okay, compile. Refresh. If it's not done compiling and you refresh the same model, it'll crash. Oh, it didn't crash. I'm surprised. Or if you do it way too early, it won't crash, I guess. Why is it still in the same position? Because we didn't update idle. Reference got updated, idle didn't. We're really baking the animation in there too. Did it change? No. How come it didn't change? The fuck? What was the point of that? No, the position didn't change. Durr. Because it's a pose operation or what? The fuck? Yeah, we're inside this folder. We exported this. It's confused. Whoops. Export? I don't know. Exported in 1.1 seconds. Nope, didn't change. How's that supposed to work? What is this thing? Oh, that's the reference button. Nope. Why though? I forget why. Let's try pressing I. or K, sorry, K. Key that. So generated an action, which is the animation. Alright, so we got some different coordinates. That looks kind of stupid. That looks like it moved. The first one, 0, doesn't really mean anything. Or it kind of does. But we know it's not boned inside the model. Alright, let's change it to idle, and then just call it a day. You have to rotate through this kind of procedure here a lot. Half-life model viewer. Have to wait for it to be done. Try to do push-ups while it does this. And not smoke. Uh-oh. Did we get the same garbage? We did, didn't we? Alright, I see what kind of is the problem. Because we know that brute is right there. We don't know where weapon bone is. It just doesn't show it unless it's inside here and I can't see it, but should still be able to see it somewhere. An ejecting muzzle, I can't see. Stupid thing. Let's do wireframe. No, we need that. Enable all bones. Why isn't it showing the bones? We could just tear the other bone out. Or we could just try that. It doesn't show the bones. I've said so many bad things about this that I should like quit doing this and just make my own modeling system. Nope, no weapon bone. What the hell? Is it just far away? Will we be able to see it from this far? Yeah, we can see that. Barely, but we can see it. You can see the coordinates too right here. X equals 18. X equals 20. X equals 40. Oh, hitbox size. Still looks like garbage. Oh, because we're loading the old model. I'm a dummy. I've been modifying it and not looking at what's going on. It's always like really good, and this happens a lot. Just like I said, that happens a lot with changing that path. A lot of these like little subliminal mistakes happen everywhere when doing this. Almost like get like a track record of how many you could avoid. Oh, we still have problems. Still the same thing. Wow, that's incredible. You can see through it. Through here. Not through here. That's crazy. Okay. Where is these other bones? Doesn't matter. Why is it broken still though? We did compile it here. Yeah. Huh. Why is it broken then? What happens when we import? That is the question. Okay, let's say we changed the bone thing here, but we didn't change it in here. We got the coordinates from here. Oh, wow. I just made a mess, but yeah, that'll happen a lot too. Messes. We're referring to this? Oh, okay. Yeah, like what if we put 0 here? We're still going to have to recompile because I know something else is wrong. We could change this here, but I don't think it should. It should take it off the animation. The reference one, usually you want to match with the idle. Usually. Or in the center. I mean the origin or the pivot or whatever. Depends. What would that do? Oh, didn't change anything? No. Still crap. It is still crap. Alright, we know it's like moved. We don't want to compile it yet. We just want to re-import it. It's like, why is moving it not working? Did it just put it in here? Okay. Yeah, it puts it into this stupid spot. Import. Oh, great. Just gave us garbage. Why did it give us garbage? Okay, let's do the thing we did before. Select the bone. Hit K. Put location custom blah blah. Hit save. Hit export. Okay, it's because it wasn't getting the animation. Let's import the animation. Uh-oh. Again, garbage. Why? Why did it not? Context missing active object. Okay. this. Like, we're trying to force it here already pretty drastically. No, the bones didn't move. Damn it, there was two of them. What the hell happened? Whoops. No, that's crap. That is crap. It's total crap. Doesn't want to move. Set this up, refile this in the new folder. I don't think I'm going to get any kind of break on it though. I think it's still going to just fuck up. have to go look at the original SMG. That's what I'm not doing right. Define bone. I think we need like these. That's what I'm missing. Stupid define bone. So stupid crap. Always go back and reference the model you decompiled. You always have to have a model you decompiled, even if it's the simplest thing, to dereference it. If you're doing the same thing. That way you don't do what I just did and just waste time. Even if it's like, seems simple. You don't really need the dot. It's just basically a string when it comes to the code. I mean, it's good to have some sort of your own modeling prefix, so people can't just like take your models and like skin them into your own game and like redo things or something. Alright, whatever that did. And then did we even use the right reference? I don't know what that will do. It should help fix it, but let's see what else we got wrong. SMD.reference. Okay, so it had the bone. This one is -1, but it still goes off of the root. Yeah. Spline goes off the root. It's like, it's in a different position, like at 38. Oh, the reference. And this starts at half pi 3, -3, I mean. All I wanted to do is change a little bit. And it doesn't. Stayed the same, didn't it? Yep, stayed the same. trying to see how I get it to move. Where did it export to? Uh-oh. Where did it export to? Export path isn't not correct. Uh-oh, that's a bad thing. Very bad thing. Keep creating new folders. Well, enough practice to get good at this. I know I've done more complicated ones than this one. Well, I did a lot, I think, in 3D Max. In 3D Max, it's a lot easier. Like, it doesn't have this complicated problem. But once you get used to this, it won't happen. But I just know with Blender, the first time around is like a nightmare. Alright, so it exported 3 bones. One is at the origin, which is bad. It did it differently now. I don't know how it did it differently, since we had that other bone there. Is it still here? It was. I don't know how it got deleted. Alright. We might need the root bone. Like, let's see. This is still based off root bone. I think we need it because we are basing it off. And root bone goes to like some fucking offset. And this seems like it's 0, but it's not. It's so stupid the way it does it. It's like backwards. It seems. Okay. I could already look at the coordinates and just be like, no. Alright, let's try this then. We set up 4 bones. One is the origin root. It's going to be the offset bone. Then we run. We have to change the offset. We might have to do it manually. I remember like manually just keep plugging values in until I see it in Blender the way I want it, and that's how it's going to be in HL Model Viewer. I think that's the way I did it. I think. Now to come to remember. Because that's the only thing I could see I can do right now. We have it at the origin here, right? Now the bones are all like root, like this. Let's see if I can do it in here, because it's nice to do it visually. And edit mode, select weapon bone, press G. Okay, why is the weapon? Okay, select weapon bone, muzzle bone, and eject bone. Move them. Like that's where we want the weapon to go. Maybe like here. No, like here, right? And then still fucked up even though I put the weights on right. I mean, I could do it again. That's not the point. Where did I do it? What the hell? Right? Okay. Correct. 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 Why? I could see it because this is supposed to be 1. How I can fix this is out of the scope of this video, but I know how to fix it. Change everything to 1. Let's see what this does. We'll fix it. See how it re-imports. I should always be checking that. Always be checking it because you know it's how it's going to look. That's how it should look. Is that what we want? Is that what we exported? Guess so. Getting closer. But I know that there's going to be one more step after this that's really counterintuitive. And that's to change every single value to this to 1. We also need the animation, so we gotta put that in. So we'll just hit K. After we exit pose mode, just hit K. Look at these files, save as +1, export. That way we get a free idle animation that's already called what we've called it. Get that skeletal action thinger, which is basically idle animation. Let's open this, check the values. This defined bone is going to be wrong. We're going to have to fix that. Alright, so we get this offset value. That's nice. Okay. Let's fix these. Yeah, this is supposed to be at 0. This is starting to look right. If you look at the values, this value looks wrong. Well, it looks right. Sorry. Too much criticism equals bad. start seeing numbers that aren't really there. Okay. Now that looks better. Okay, grenade launcher 4. Final. Line 22 is incomplete. It moved. Really did move, I think. Yep. A few more problems. A little bit more fixing here. Okay. Select the bone object. Hit edit. Move these motherfuckers like here. No. How do you move the weapon with it? If you move this, that doesn't move, does it? Ah, this is fun. Okay. Just do it like this. Let's just move the bone. We know it's already rigged. Just need to move the bone, really. Surprised that worked, because why is it boned? 0. It's still moving. It's boned to 1. That's weird. Like, how does it know when it's like not knowing? Is 0, 1? I forget that part. Whatever. We know it moved. I think we need to move it more both ways, right? more minus and more. Just add another 10. This might be a little too extreme though. And the XYZ gets a little confusing here. There's also this like command called origin. It's also sometimes nice to use, but it's really nice to use that set paint correctly.